We're absolutely thrilled to have you here with us today to take part in this wonderful partnership that we have between University Prep and TeleTech. They have generously agreed, TeleTech has, to be a partner of our schools through 2015-16 when we become a full school with 350 scholars in kindergarten through 5th grade. I think that deserves some applause. It's one thing to say college starts in kindergarten, and it's another thing to actually deliver on it and get it done. And we want our scholars to have a private school-like educational experience. And when you think of what it takes to be on a college campus and what technologies kids are using, their iPads and their iPhones and their laptops and the smart boards, and you say, what if our kids stepped foot on a college campus and it was the first time they experienced those technologies? They'd feel out of place. They wouldn't feel like they belong. And TeleTech has single-handedly, with their partnership with University Prep, fixed that problem. Because our kids are engaging with smart boards and iPads and all these amazing technologies every day of their learning experience. So when they step foot on that college campus, they're just one of many kids who are using technology to help drive their education. And that absolutely would not be possible, but without TeleTech's incredible generosity. They have truly set the gold standard for what it means to have a private company partner with a public organization or a public school. Because it's one thing to give money, it's one thing to pat you on the back and say go for it, and it's another thing to set up every one of those 135 iPads for our kids. It's another thing to actually serve our families dinner at a Spirit of Season community gathering. And it's another thing to have your staff in our building working with our staff. And that's the kind of collaboration we're seeing between University Prep and TeleTech.
When I see schools like University Prep that say, no, look, we can reach every kid and we can help every kid be successful, especially if they get the assistance of business partners like TeleTech working together, we can see results that really transform not just an individual, but a community. That's what we need to strive for. Too many kids don't make it. Too many kids here in Colorado don't make it. We enroll a lot of kids in college, but we graduate far too few, especially from our minority communities, from our low-income communities. That's something that we should be just terribly embarrassed about. In fact, ashamed of. We know we can do better, and we know we need to involve the entire K-12 system. We need to involve parents and families, and we know we need to involve businesses. And that's why I really admire what TeleTech has done here. Now, TeleTech Community Foundation has done this for years. They've worked with schools. They've identified schools to try to provide assistance around the holidays. But here they saw a different opportunity. Here they saw an opportunity to make a real impact by making a 3-year commitment, by bringing in technology that this school otherwise might not have been able to afford, by helping to provide the professional development that the teachers need in order to use these tools successfully, and then ultimately to help kids be successful.
The idea of college starts in kindergarten really resonated with me and my team, and so we put on a Spirit of the Season event last Christmas, last holiday season, and it was just an amazing event, and our employees really, it resounded with them and said, this is an incredible school. We think they're doing incredible things. The performance that they're achieving here in the short time that they've been operating has been amazing. So we worked with the DPS Foundation and with David and his staff to put together a framework for what could we do over the next few years as your school grows from K-2 up to K-5. And so David mentioned, last year we brought in smart boards in all the classrooms. What's exciting about what we're doing this year with the iPads is we actually got our IT team, and John Hamilton, who runs our IT department at TeleTech, got his organization to put together team building events. To not only did we buy the iPads, but our team helped configure them, set up the technology, set up the applications, and help train the staff here on how they could be used. So that's really the next step that we want to take when we create partnerships, is not just supplying the resources, the money, but how can we bring our expertise, our intellectual and human capital at TeleTech to bear to really drive more meaningful, positive change, not only for the organization, but for our employees as well. And it's really exciting. We've gotten to know the teachers and staff at the school here. We've really built, I think, a great relationship, and I'm looking forward to what's coming next year. David's and his team are working on building a new building here as they welcome 4th graders, and it'll be exciting to see what we can do next over the next couple of years as we continue the partnership.